Okay, everybody. Hey, I've been doing a little work today. Show you what I've done. Some weathering today. It's the first time I've done anything for a while. Get the camera right there. You can see here, I've been weathering these GP35s. This one, I actually had a proto photo. You see over here. You can see that. And I don't know, kind of looks pretty good. Apologize about the lighting. It's a very dark, dreary day here. Not too bad. I think this is one of my best weathering jobs. This was 1986. That's right in where my time period lies. This looks really nice. Very happy with how this turned out. It's going to look nice on the layout. The other one I did is I come back here to the light. Of course, this is my other GP35, the G-Mano one. I didn't have any prototype pictures of this one. I just went off of one I found of another GP35 from about the same time period, mid 80s. Got the end marks all weathered as well. So I've been working on that. What do I use? Well, just use the cheap hobby paints. You can use whichever ones as long as you find something rust colored that you like. Probably wish I would have done a video on how I did this. Orange and white GP35 would have been nice, but poor man's palette. Got a little chalk in here as well, and of course I use my acrylic paints, hobby paints. Apple Barrel, Uncle Wilmer. These I got Hobby Lobby because I couldn't find any good rust color ones at Walmart. So these work really nice. They're cheap. They're under $1. So got my brushes soaking, but these turned out nice. So the next ones I'm going to do, which is going to be a little bit different, it's going to be this SD45 here. These are really relatively new, so we're just going to do a light dirt here, just light. This is going to be pretty much clean. May do a little bit around the fans. That's it. I mean, really, these are going to be super new, so they're going to be basically clean. The only thing I wish is on this particular model, I've got Operation Lifesaver here, and I don't believe that is in the time period that I'm modeling. So I'd like to someday take that off. I may have to go back and figure out how to take that off. Anybody knows any suggestions that you can take these off like that, these built-in factory decals, that'd be nice. Because, yeah, I would like to take that off and make it look a little bit more prototypical what I had during that time period. But I'm going to weather these, and I'll come back and I'll show you what these look like. I'm just going to do a real white wash because I don't have my tripod up here. I guess I could do it now if I really want to. I don't have my gloves on. Let's see here. Wash out my brush. And this is rusted pipe color I'm going to use, which is this right here, just light. It looks really nice like dirt on here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put a little bit here on the tank. I didn't even get enough on the brush to, there we go. Yep, just a little bit there on the tank, probably in a couple spots. Do really nice here on the trucks. Just give it a nice little light brush. Take a little bit of the edge off down here. Take a little bit of the edge off on these trucks. So give them a nice little dull look here. As you can see there, that's giving them some nice road looking dirt. Get a little road dirt down here on the steps. Just a little light, little light here on the tank as well. I mean, talking real light here. Maybe just a little bit there on the battery box, just slightly. Turn around here on the other side. Do the same thing, just very lightly here. Do the tank just very lightly. That's a little bit too much. I don't want that much on there. This one is hard to find a prototype of the time period that I'm doing here. I'm gonna have a little diesel spill there. And we're going to do this here, just lighten these up. Put a nice light coat on them. I've taken that black, kind of dulling it up a little bit. That looks nice. I mean, this is just light brushing at its finest. And let's see, we'll do a little bit here on the steps. Just a little bit. Just a little bit on the steps. I think this is really all I'm going to do to this one. Because it's, like I said, it's pretty new. I'm probably going to do, whoops, I got to get it in the picture here. Probably going to do the front here. So I'm going to do a couple more and then I'll come back and I'll show you what they look like. Well, I worked on another little car here. I'll show you my two SD40s I did too. At least I got a little work in today. C&W, I whitewashed it with a little bit of pastel white chalk. Just went over this to dull down that yellow. Then I, of course, took my burnt sienna. That's what I use for rust, and I gave it a little rust spot. I, of course, do the underneath, because you do see underneath I broke one of the little things off there, little doors. Put that back on, but of course, paint the trucks. Some of my early weathering, I did not do that. That's a no-no. I don't have the reporting ends done yet. That is done. That's actually, yeah, they're a little rust on the ladders. Just I'm taking the yellow. Should get this in the frame. Yeah, I've dirtied those up a little bit on the back as well. You can see that's been dusted up. The ladders have a little rust on it, so is the brake wheel. But yeah, and what I kind of went by was this prototype here, the best that I could, and I put a couple of extra rust spots and no graffiti, because in the mid-'80s you really didn't see that much like that. So I didn't quite white it up that much because it's still the 80s, but it would have some rust on it. So there's a look at the top. Now the SD40s I did. You can see here I just did a little bit of light weathering here, and then of course the tank and the trucks on all of these are just weathered up a little bit, just to look like a little dirt. It's better when you actually see it, not on camera. But that one's done, and this one's done. So once I get downstairs here, maybe in another couple weeks, we'd do an operations video. If I put that up on the side. So that's what I've been doing today, guys. Just give you a little update. Let me know what you think, and I'm going to continue probably maybe next time, probably work on my grain elevator and got to get that project done. So I'm about halfway through it. So I want to push through and get that done. And that's what I got for today. So I just thought I'd give you something, show you I'm able to do something. Standing up doing this is okay. So, hey, it's something. So, thanks, guys. And I'll catch you all in your own videos this week. See you then.